Ladies and gentlemen, just an update. We have a bottleneck at the front gates. We have families trying to get in. The ceremony will begin shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, our ceremony will begin momentarily. Today's ceremony is considered an phones and other electronic devices at this time. Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to historic Joint Base Myer-Henderson Hall. Originally established as Fort Whipple in 1863 and changed to Joint Base Myer-Henderson Hall in 2009. Its main purpose was fortification in the defense of Washington. Since its inception, Joint Base Myer-Henderson Hall has been the home of horse cavalry, artillery, and infantry. Today, it is home to the Old Guard, the United States Army Band, and the United States Army Garrison. Before today's review begins, the United States Army Band Pershing Zone presents a pre-ceremonial concert featuring the following musical selections: Washington Post March and The Melody Shop.
go. Red. Hunt.
Once again, good afternoon and welcome. Today, the United States Army Military District of Washington, represented by the soldiers of the 3rd United States Infantry Regiment, the Old Guard, and the United States Army Band Pershing's Own, pay a special tribute to several soldiers who are retiring after many years of distinguished service to the United States Army and our nation. Participating in today's review from left to right is the United States Army Band Pershing's Own. Formed in 1922 by then Army Chief of Staff General John J. Pershing, the United States Army Band is the premier band of our senior service. Pershing's Own provides musical support for ceremonies and special events in our nation's capital and throughout the United States. The United States Army Band is under the direction of Captain Lee Lamb and led by Drum Major Rob Moore. Elements of the Old Guard include Honor Guard Company, commanded by Captain Tom Mesh and led by Sergeant First Class Alfonso Roman. Next on line is Charlie Company, commanded by Captain Richard Pedro and led by First Sergeant Jaron Dillard. Next on line is Battle Hard Company, commanded by Captain William Johnson and led by Sergeant First Class Juan Guineche Porras. Following is the Commander-in-Chief's Guard, patterned after the unit created by General George Washington in 1776 to be his personal guard. The Commander-in-Chief's Guard is commanded by First Lieutenant Jack Chin and led by Staff Sergeant Dennis White. The last element on line dressed in the Continental Musician's uniform is the United States Army Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps. During the American Revolution, musicians wore the reverse colors of their parent infantry unit. The men and women of the United States Army Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps maintained this tradition by wearing red coats instead of the infantry blue. The Corps is led today by Drum Major Barrett Newman. Ladies and gentlemen, moving into position is the commander of troops for today's ceremony, Lieutenant Colonel Maxwell B. Pappas, Commander, 1st Battalion, 3rd United States Infantry Regiment, the Old Guard. Since the days of the American Revolution, the colors have been one of the most important elements of a military unit. Therefore, taking the center of our formation in just a moment and bearing the national color is the nation's foremost color team, the 3rd Infantry's Continental Color Guard, led by Staff Sergeant Trevor Camp. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the advancing of the colors.
Advance the colors!
Please be seated. The history of the 3rd United States Infantry Regiment reflects the growth and development of our nation. 55 well-earned battle streamers, 2 Valorous Unit Awards, 3 Meritorious Unit Commendations, and 5 Superior Unit Awards attest to the Old Guard's record of bravery in action and achievements during peacetime. In 1922, the War Department granted permission for the Old Guard to pass in review with bayonets fixed. The Old Guard will now fix bayonets to the traditional beat of the drum.
Sound, fix, bayonets!
Ladies and gentlemen, taking the reviewing stand are the reviewing officials for today's ceremony. Colonel Evangeline G. Rizal, Chief Warrant Officer 4 Joseph D. Murphy, and Command Sergeant Major Michael D. Alball, accompanied by the hosts, Major General Trevor J. Bradenkamp, Commanding General, Joint Task Force, National Capital Region, United States Army, Military District of Washington, and Sergeant Major Vern J. Daly.
Right cut!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the advancing of the colors and remain standing for the United States National Anthem.
Forward! March!
So the persons to be honored and colors are present.
Present the command.
Shoulder, higher locks, and 1, and 2, and 3.
Present! Oh!
And 3.
Detachment! Present! On!
Please be seated.
Order! Off!
Order. Fire locks. And 1 and 2 and 3.
Ceremonial!
Ceremonial.
At ease!
And 1 and 2. Ceremonial at ease.
Major General Bradenkamp and Sergeant Major Daly are now moving into position to honor the retirees. Please feel free to applaud your soldier as they are called. Headquarters, Department of the Army Special Orders. By order of the Secretary of the Army, the following soldiers of the Department of the Army are retired. Colonel Danita K. Latson, Acquisition. Colonel Patrick J. Malone, Cyber, and Lieutenant Colonel Brady L. Malone, Military Intelligence. Sergeant Major Michael D. Alball, Infantry. Colonel Danita K. Latson, Acquisitions. Colonel Patrick J. Malone, Cyber, and Lieutenant Colonel Brady L. Malone, Military Intelligence. Lieutenant Colonel Andrea A. Baker, Chaplain Corps. Lieutenant Colonel Alan R. Boyes, Armor. Lieutenant Colonel Cooper D. Bowden, Signal Corps. Lieutenant Colonel Brett D. Evans, Corps of Engineers. Lieutenant Colonel Christian Yankovic, Armor. Lieutenant Colonel Leah Lotto, Military Intelligence. Lieutenant Colonel Michael W. Martin, Armor. Lieutenant Colonel Lester R. Mitchell, Logistics. Lieutenant Colonel Robert J. Pollack, Special Forces. Lieutenant Colonel Clifford K. Schaefer, Aviation. Lieutenant Colonel Thomas J. Cilio, Signal Corps. Lieutenant Colonel Alexander C. Troutman, Logistics. Major Jamil L. Gangwengo, Military Intelligence. Major Zachary Schofield, Acquisitions. Captain Stephen A. Milliken, Finance. Chief Warrant Officer 3, Joseph P. Kim, Signal. Chief Warrant Officer 3, Stephen E. Sikorsky, Ordnance. Command Sergeant Major Amanda Reuter, Chaplain. Sergeant Major Latanji M. Fogel, Quartermaster. Sergeant Major Latangi M. Fogel, Quartermaster. First Sergeant Sylvester Artis, Quartermaster. Master Sergeant Hector L. Cordero, Quartermaster. Master Sergeant Laquita S. Burgess, Adjutant General. Master Sergeant Hector L. Cordero, Quartermaster. Master Sergeant Juan A. Diaz. Master Sergeant Humberto Maratti. Master Sergeant Aaron J. Ravensburg, Military Intelligence. Master Sergeant David A. Williams. Sergeant First Class Earl L. Thomas, Infantry. Sergeant First Class Earl L. Thomas, Infantry. Sergeant First Class Earl L. Thomas, Infantry. Specialist Roshan Pandey. Colonel Evangeline G. Roselle. Chief Warrant Officer 4, Joseph D. Murphy, Military Intelligence. We are proud to recognize these soldiers' devotion to our country, and we wish them happiness and prosperity in their well-earned retirement. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the posting of the colors.
Post the colors. Step. Right. Face.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Major General Bradenkamp.
Well, good afternoon, and before I start my official remarks, it's a Thursday, but it kind of feels like a Monday. I'd like to thank everybody for their patience in coming through the gate. We had a couple of water main breaks this week, and it shut down a bunch of facilities, so I appreciate everybody's patience, not only for getting through the gate, but also the little late start. And then second, I'd like to apologize to the retirees who we misspoke your names. I didn't know Wade denigrates your service to our nation, and I just want to apologize for that in front of everybody, so thank you very much. So distinguished guests, senior leaders, command sergeants, majors, friends, and above all, soldiers and families to be honored here today. Thanks for making time to be at this retirement ceremony, and welcome to historic Joint Base Myer-Henderson Hall. On behalf of the Secretary of the Army, the Honorable Christine E. Wormuth, the Chief of Staff of the Army, General Randy George, and the Sergeant Major of the Army, Sergeant Major Michael Weimer, welcome. It's another beautiful day here in the nation's capital, and it's a great day to be a soldier. Before I address our distinguished retirees and families, I would like to take a moment and thank those who have worked so hard to make today such a special occasion. On the floor in front of you are the soldiers of the 3rd U.S. Infantry Regiment, the Old Guard, the Army's oldest active duty infantry regiment. You look tremendous, and your professionalism and precision honors those retiring here today. Thanks for your hard work and dedication, and thanks for serving in our Army. I'd also like to thank the members of the U.S. Army Band, Pershing Zone. As always, you look and sound amazing and make these ceremonies all the more special. So the soldiers retiring here today joined the Army to be all they could be. Some joined the Army following Desert Shield and Desert Storm, others after America was attacked on 9/11. All have stood ready to meet the challenges and uncertainties of the global war on terror that brought almost 2 decades of continuous combat operations. They stand here today representing the best of America. Today we honor 36 soldiers and their families for their dedicated and faithful service to our nation and for being all they could be. Collectively, these soldiers represent over 900 years of military service. With service around the globe and in a variety of combat arms, combat support, and combat service support specialties, these soldiers, leaders, and their families have answered our nation's call and have not only served during a period of persistent conflict, but also led and trained our young men and women to deploy into harm's way and to do our nation's bidding. Our Army and our nation owes you a debt of gratitude for your service and sacrifice that can never be fully repaid. The medal and U.S. flag are but a small token of appreciation. I would like to take just a moment to talk about our flag, Old Glory. That you receive a flag on the occasion of your retirement is significant in that it is the symbol of our nation and recognized around the world. We have fought to protect the freedoms in our way of life, and we wear the stars and stripes proudly on our uniform, both home and while deployed. The red color in the flag symbolizes hardiness and valor, which each of you has personified in a soldier and leader in our Army, operating in austere conditions with limited resources to accomplish difficult missions. The white color refers to the purity and innocence which you have sought to protect both here at home and abroad. And the blue color represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice, which each of you has demonstrated in the conduct of your duties as officers and non-commissioned officers. I'm sure the flag holds special meaning for each of you, as it should, given your service to our nation. As you walk out of Conmy Hall today, take solace knowing that you leave behind a legacy that is enduring in the lives of countless soldiers you have trained, mentored, and inspired. The Army is better because of your service. Ladies and gentlemen, please, again, a round of applause for these 36 incredible soldiers. But we would be remiss if we did not take some time to thank the family members of each of these retiring soldiers here today. Your sacrifice and support over the past 20-plus years has been foundational to the success of each one of these retirees, allowing them to accomplish their assigned mission and serve in the Army that they love. You have remained steadfast in your support during a time of war that necessitated family separations, and for that, you will never be adequately compensated. Please accept our eternal thanks on behalf of a grateful nation for all that you have endured as military families. We could not fulfill our obligations to our soldiers, the Army, and the nation without the love and support of our families. So please join me in a round of applause for all the families of the retirees here today. So to our retiring soldiers, thank you for your service. You're warriors and soldiers for life, so I humbly ask that you take on one last task. Tell the Army story. Help to maintain the all-volunteer Army by sharing your experiences with America's sons and daughters so that they might be inspired to follow in your footsteps to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. We continue to serve as a shining example around the world because men and women like you volunteered to serve. So again, on behalf of Secretary Wormuth, General George, Sergeant Major of the Army Weimer, the Joint Task Force National Capital Region, the Military District of Washington, the United States Army, and a proud and grateful nation, thank you, good luck, and Godspeed, and be all you can be.
Colors ready, cut!
Pass review.
Old guard, pass in review. Right,
Backwards!
face. Right shoulder.
Right wheel!
Off. Heads, fire, lock,
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Army song. The United States Army is honored to have presented today's special ceremony. Thank you for attending and enjoy the rest of your day.